Tonight's show is sponsored by Queen Bee Cleaning Company. Queen Bee Cleaning Company services Wayne County and the surrounding areas within a 1-hour radius. Their services include residential cleaning, commercial cleanings, post-construction cleanups, move-ins and move-outs. Yes, they do the packing and cleaning for you. Real estate cleanings, deep cleans, event cleanups, window cleaning, interior, exterior, and screens, junk removal, and boat detailing. Yes, you heard that right, boat detailing. You can hire them weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, one-time jobs as needed. It doesn't matter. They offer all natural cleaning options as well using chemical-safe products. All estimates are free. When you need to find a cleaning company, think Queen Bee, because when your environment is clean, you feel happy, motivated, and healthy. To contact them for all of your cleaning needs, call 570-229-3959 or email them at qbcleaningcompany@gmail.com.
All right, y'all. It's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast.
A little bit of a fucking remix there. I liked it.
Jared, I am not. I hit the button.
Going all Jedi.
I hit the button and it didn't start right away. So I'm like, crap. And then I hit it again and it took it down. My fault. I'll get it right sometime.
All good. So we're here with what? Our first recording, second episode of the actual Squared Circle Sessions.
Yes, sir.
We'll see how the recordings do. Lot to talk about. What do you want? Friday night. Huh?
What do you want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? So, Friday night, I called the Logan Paul fucking swerve contract bullshit.
Yes.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. I get it. It makes no sense to put 2 belts on Cody.
Right.
Not at all. They did, however, start building the LA Knight feud. So I like how they're kind of playing Logan Paul in 2 storylines there. But nope, called that. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I kind of knew that they were going to pull the swerve with the belt with Logan. I didn't think they were going to have both belts on the line. I think that might have been a misstep from the beginning with Cody assuming. Because remember, we were at SmackDown, they announced this whole thing. So I think he kind of alluded that both belts were going to be on the line. It was never really announced that both were going to be on there. So I think they did the right thing by changing the script there and clarifying that it's just going to be the WWE title and not the United States title. Because you're right, it does make no sense. You put 2 belts on Cody, it does nothing for him. And then eventually he's going to have to drop that belt, which means he's going to lose momentum because he's going to have to eat a pin or a submission or something along those lines.
Or like Corey was saying, he could have just dropped the belt the next night.
Correct.
And they could have had a tournament for it.
Yep.
But that's kind of anticlimactic.
Right. It kind of discredits Logan at that point too, with just this belt means nothing, give it away. So I kind of like the fact that it's gonna end in some type of DQ. Because I don't think they're going to have him eat a pin from Cody. He's going to bring the brass knucks out. This is going to be a wonky finish like always. So, and it's kind of frustrating for me to a point too, because I hate these weird finishes where there's always got to be some type of weird ending to make them all look strong. I guess it's a good problem to have because you got so many talented wrestlers that are really getting over with the crowd. But, you got to figure out a way to manage some of this better instead of making these wonky finishes at the end. They're driving me crazy. You can see him coming a mile away.
I don't know. Logan's taken pins before. I don't think he has a problem with it.
Yeah, but being in his first world title match, I don't know. He's going to be carrying that United States title. It's going to ruin the prestige of the title if he eats the pin.
It's not his first world title match.
Oh, that's right. He fought with Reigns.
He fought Roman.
You're right. Yeah, I forgot.
And he was like the #1 Cody crybaby.
Yeah, we knew he wasn't beating Reigns. There was no way in hell he was beating Reigns. But I totally forgot about that match. I'm glad you reminded me. So, I don't know, dude. I just think this is going to be a DQ finish with him with those brass knucks.
Then that leaves that open. I don't know. It leaves it open. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's got to take the 1, 2, 3.
Well,
what are you doing back there? Go ahead, say something. Don't just do arm
Come on.
gestures. Say something.
What? Okay, so what do you mean that leaves it open? You're all about stories.
If there's no definitive,
I get
there's
it.
no definitive winner, because Cody's storyline here in the next month or two is taking a drastic turn.
Okay, so one of two things
It's
here.
going rock.
You asked me a question, and now you're going. You asked me I gave you one line, and now you're going. So here's my thing: you like your stories. Okay, it's all about stories. This is your #1 contender, Logan Paul. Here he is. This is your guy. This is who you're going to face in 2 weeks. Justin, where's the build up to that? Now, you're saying it leaves it open because nobody takes a pinfall, nobody takes a submission. He gets DQ'd. But listen, in that promo, Cody said, you can't do anything without turning to your knucks. You can't go through a whole match and win that match without turning to your brass knucks. You can't do it. There's your setup first. Okay, so one of two things. Here's what I think. He gets DQ'd, and that was your match for Saudi. Like you said, they like big names. They like the big show, the glitz, the glamour, all that shit. So they got their big match. It ends in a DQ. There was no story to begin with Paul and Cody, and that's it. Done. Moving on to the next. Or he turns to the brass knucks. He smacks him around a little bit, gets DQ'd, and now there's the start of your story. I don't think it's open-ended at all. It's either a nothing because now we're in Saudi, or it's the start of something. It's the start of beef.
The reason I say it's open-ended is because I don't think it goes anywhere. There's no story to tell there.
Then that's why the DQ makes sense. If there's no story, the DQ makes sense. Because he did exactly what Cody said he would do. There's nothing left to prove. Done. He didn't earn that shot in the first place. I told you that last week. No, Logan Paul did nothing to earn it.
We all know that.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's done. Unless they're going to hand this motherfucker the belt. That's it. Done.
No.
That's why I don't think it's open-ended if it is a DQ.
Should
I go back to the cave now?
It's up to you. He's the only viable person right now aside that could take on Cody. Who else is there just to throw in there without a proper build? You have to, so I'm with Justin. I'm the storytelling guy too. I like the long-term storytelling, but there's no story to tell. Jeddah was too close to Mania and too close to Backlash. So there's no room to start a build. So it's going to be an open and shut. It's going to be a one-off match with these guys.
I just agreed with you on that. I just said it. Yeah.
But that's where I don't think a DQ makes sense. If it's open shut, Cody pins him.
No, because
Logan eats the pin.
They're trying to.
If it's a DQ, I don't think it's Logan getting DQ'd. I think it's Cody getting DQ'd. He doesn't hand the.
That's heel behavior, though.
Hand the knucks over. He sees him, grabs him, and hits him with it, and gets caught.
No, maybe that could be because I think the only way they would. I don't think they're going to let him get pinned. I shouldn't have said. There's no way they're going to let Logan get pinned because they're trying to build up that title, that U.S. title, regardless if it's on the line or not. He gets pinned, it's going to kill a little bit of his momentum, even though it's against the world champion.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, if he eats the pin to the world champion, though, is it really doing?
Oh, let's change the WWE
disservice to that belt.
I think it does a disservice to the U.S. title if he eats a pin because you're trying to build him up. He's strong. He's a hot superstar. He's getting a reaction, regardless if it's good or bad. I think it kills him a little bit. And it doesn't matter if it's Logan Paul. It doesn't matter if it's Sami Zayn. It doesn't matter if it's friggin' Chad Gable with the U.S. title. They're trying to build that title up. And I can't stand that guy, by the way. We'll get back into that later. Too much Kurt Angle.
I don't know, man. It's a mid-card title. If he loses to the undisputed champion,
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think they're trying to build these titles back up to where they used to be and make it a little bit more prestigious because it doesn't really
The
get
U.S.
defended a
title
lot.
never meant anything though.
Right, but I think they're trying to build them up. Is what I'm saying. Like, remember when Reigns had the U.S. title and Cena did the U.S. Open Challenge? Like, they've tried every which way but Sunday to get this title up where it needs to be. Putting it on Logan Paul, maybe this is their last chance to get it up a level or two.
It's the biggest star that's had it. Like, he's holding the title, the biggest star that's held it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, at that time.
Yep. So let's jump into the King and Queen of the Ring. What do you think?
Well, starting Friday, my fucking picks for that started going down the tubes. I don't know. I like King of the Ring. It's just I obviously like the storytelling. And you don't need storytelling for this. It's a tournament. So I always try to find the story and what would make sense, and it just doesn't work out that way. I think they missed an opportunity having Tiffy lose.
Yeah,
but then when I thought about it, I know where it's being held in Saudi, and the women have to cover up wrists to ankles.
The whole nine. Yeah, they have to be completely covered, and that's not Tiffy's character. But
no, she can't.
Rhea covered up pretty good. They all covered up the last time really well.
Right.
So, but we'll see how that's going to work.
The swerve with Nia. That's why. There's no chance she can do 2 nights in a row, right? There's no chance she wins Friday. And they put her against Valkyria. Come on.
There's one thing I've learned with this new regime in WWE is expect the unexpected. Now, you were on the big push for main event Jey Uso.
I know.
And what happened? And you like Gunther. That was a swerve. I have a theory as to why that was a swerve, but that was a swerve.
But everybody seems to think Gunther was the main plan. We'll get there. He was the guy that was supposed to win it anyway, so it's not really a swerve. They just kind of stayed course.
Yeah, but everybody seemed to think that after France, that Jey Uso earned the King of the Ring. You were one of them because of that crowd reaction that he got. And look what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was expecting it. And I said, we're going to throw a monkey wrench in. So whether or not that was their plan, everybody was expecting Jay to move up. And I think that's because of the build that they had with Cody. So I'll go back to this. It's going to be the business standpoint. I was reading that Cody was told about the plan for The Rock for WrestleMania the day of the Rumble. Cody was informed that day that he was not going to be facing Reigns, but he was still going to win the Rumble, and then they were going to swerve it with The Rock getting involved. So he knew the day of the Rumble that he was going to win, but not face Reigns at Mania.
And still proceeded to look up towards Reigns.
Yep.
Huh.
He played it. He did well. And then just kind of backtracked. He's come a long way since AEW, which again, so I'll touch.
Well,
AEW
even when he was in AEW, he was all they had. He was what made the stories in AEW. One of the greatest storylines that doesn't involve CM Punk in AEW is Dustin and Cody.
Right.
That build up for that, that was amazing. And then they had an amazing match. But anyway, fuck AEW.
Well, real quick, tomorrow is 5 years for AEW.
It'll be the lowest rated televised show in the history of AEW.
Just saying, I'm putting that out there.
They'll break last week's record.
Yep. So that's where I was kind of going down another road here with the predictability of this stuff. Everybody's predicting Uso to win everything, and it was going to be Uso and Tama Tonga in the finals, and Uso was going to win the King of the Ring. Now they've thrown a hell of a swerve, and now what do you do with Orton? Orton's not lose to him, to Tonga, or does he?
Yeah, he will.
Orton's going to lose? You think?
It gives Jimmy a chance to interfere and cost Tonga the King of the Ring.
Why would Jimmy interfere with Tonga, though?
Because of what they did to him the day Tonga showed up.
Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking Jay. These Samoans get me screwed up because I have another theory on Jay right now. I'm trying to hold this in right now for you. I can see that, but I just don't see them. Then Gunther's got to walk to the King of the Ring.
Right. And that's what everybody figured in the first place.
Right. So that's why I'm thinking they're going to put Orton and Gunther against each other. Because if everybody...
But can Orton... Then the question comes, can Orton do 2 nights in a row?
Yeah.
With extremely physical matches. Both of those guys are extremely physical.
Correct. But I think if they make Orton's match with Tonga just a kind of a quash match, like you're too young for this, you're not built up like I am, and they kind of do a squash match with him, Orton and Gunther the next night, that's a possibility. I think it's the outcome would be too predictable if it's Tonga and Gunther. You already know the ending of that. There's no way they're going to bury Gunther under Tama Tonga. There's no way.
I don't know. That match Friday is going to be interesting.
Yeah. He's back.
So
there's
a Mila here, yes. So I definitely wasn't prepared for this tonight. I was mowing the lawn and everything. I look, whatever. Anyway, so your theory about they're not going to bury Gunther. What if they do this to try to legitimize not only Tama Tonga, but that side of the bloodline? What if they're like, because there's no way that he wins against Gunther head to head, 1-on-1, but the bloodline. The bloodline's going to get involved some way, shape, or form. What if this is a way to legitimize them? I feel like that could be a possibility.
You don't feel like they're legitimized?
No,
they're still building. Who was Solo before he started this on?
Correct. I see what Corey's saying. The younger guys, Tonga.
I'm talking about
Reigns appointed him the right-hand man fucking 8 months ago.
Yeah, but still, he wasn't ever really that involved.
He win? And when did he win? When did these guys win? They need something under their belt.
He was like on a 56 match losing streak or something.
Yeah, it was like 0-40, including house shows.
Yeah,
like he was a joke. He was he was just a body at that point. This could help legitimize that side of the bloodline. And I don't know, maybe this could start the whole, I thought something completely different was going to happen, but then I'm going to tell you again, I've always thought that King of the Ring didn't really hold much value.
Mm-mm.
So who remembers King of the Ring?
It was more gimmicky than anything.
Gunther just walked through Jey Uso. That's a whole other story because Alex and I have been talking the last few weeks, and Jey Uso just gets his ass handed to him. He is such a fan favorite. He is so over. Everybody loves him so much, and they want to see him make a singles run, but they keep letting him get his ass beat, right? So that doesn't make any sense to me.
Dues.
It does. It makes sense.
You think so?
He's paying his dues, yes.
And then you got Gunther, who loses the IC title. Right. And then when he does that, that he's going to be going for the world championship. Right. So now he's in this tournament. He walked all over Jay, a fan favorite, someone who's got all this momentum, walked all over him. The ending of that match was crazy, by the way. I didn't realize they were that close to time, which is why they did what they did at the end, I guess. But yeah, man, they can get him into the finals. Match. And then if this really happens with Tama Tonga and he ends up beating Randy Orton, and then they're trying to legitimize the bloodline and all that. I don't know. I just think it's crazy.
I think the win over Orton gives them the legitimacy that you're looking for. I would use that. If I was fantasy booking it, I would use that as a way to bring Jimmy back in. King of the Ring.
This is my theory on Jey Uso's singles run right this moment. Okay. The Raw brand is suffering. You lost Ripley. You lost Rollins. You lost Reigns. You lost Punk. You lost Becky Lynch. Who on that show right now is your star puller? So I think they elevated Uso for the time being to kind of be a placeholder. And then at some point in the very near future, he's going to be put back in his place. Jimmy and Jay are going to realign. And there's going to be Reigns, Jimmy and Jay, like the original three. And then we'll figure out who that fourth person's going to be. Because like you said, like I told you before, this is going to be that slow build to War Games and Survivor Series. And I'm going to talk about this all day long because I freaking absolutely love this idea. But I think Uso is going to be put in his place sometime really closely, either on Saturday or after Saturday on Monday Night Raw.
Well, he doesn't have a match Saturday, right? So there's no point for him to even go over.
But he might. He might.
Okay, well, you're there. Let's go. Let's hear how.
So here's my theory. All right. I'm going to blow this right open. The last QR code that was out, that was scanned for the Uncle Howdy tees. Did you decipher it?
That was the one last night
On SmackDown.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one yet. There was one last night, too.
Yep. So I'm not sure if this was Raw or SmackDown, but either way, it came out to a number. Okay. Took you to a website with a number. And the number was 22423. Okay. So a quick Google search of what 22423 is.
Okay.
It's the postal
That's where
code.
King of the Ring is.
Correct. The Wyatts are going to be in Jeddah.
Somebody's showing up.
Somebody, and I think it's going to be Howdy. And here's the other backlink to this. Saturday is Bo Dallas's birthday. So here's my thing. Remember the story that I shared with you about Jey Uso and the Fireflies and everything else and how he claimed them?
Uh-huh.
I
see
think
where you're going.
This is where they come back and say, no, you can't claim this. And he's their first target.
But he would have to be there.
Who cares if why he's there or not? Somehow, some way, maybe he's there to interfere with Tonga and cost him the King of the Ring against Gunther.
Okay. How about Howdy does his little, shadow figure appearance like he does, just back in the fucking crowd. If he's going to claim him, he's got to join.
That's true, because that's how they do things with the Wyatts.
If he's going to claim him, you have to join.
Yeah.
And he says no.
They start with this brainwashing shit. Like Bray used to do.
But just
and Roman saves him?
Jimmy.
Boom.
Real quick, just alluding to you saying, why would he be over there? It's because he's Jey Uso and it's Saudi Arabia.
Right.
That's the only reason he needs.
Yep.
Well, the question is, are him and his brother allowed in Saudi? Because I know they have issues going to Canada.
Because their legal backgrounds,
because of their DUIs,
legal histories, their DUIs. I don't know. That's why I said it's either going to be Saturday or very closely after. Maybe they don't overshadow the return with Jay and the storyline. Maybe they show up on Monday night on Raw when Jay's out there doing his Firefly thing with the Yeet and they interrupt him and just take him out. I don't know. This is going to be a wicked build the next few months for this thing, though. This is going to be kind of cool to watch. I think you're going to have these guys feuding with the Wyatts first. And then the bloodline's going to reunite under the Wyatt umbrella, the original guys, and then they're going to have this massive feud at the end when Reigns returns. And I think Reigns comes back around SummerSlam. And I think it's funny too, because
And then the whole time they also got to build bloodline versus bloodline.
correct. But I just think it's funny how everybody was clamoring for Reigns' head. Cody's got to win. Cody's got to win. Cody's got to win. We were at SmackDown a few weeks after WrestleMania, was not that far removed, and everybody's chanting, "We want Roman." Make up your minds,
including
people.
me. And I fucking hated him.
Make up your minds. And I'm a Reigns guy. I've been a Reigns guy from the beginning. I think it was too much it was stale. Drop the belt at this point. 3 years is a long time to hold that belt.
Right.
I like Roman. But everybody wanted his head on a silver platter. Now we miss Roman.
But it's great planning. It's so strategical.
Yep. He's gonna come back as a massive
I'm on
face.
the fucking top. Fuck you, I'm gonna walk away.
Yep.
You, I'm gonna walk away for a little bit. Yeah, I love it.
Just because people didn't want him to be champion anymore doesn't mean they still don't want him around.
Correct.
People understand his value to the company.
Some people don't.
Most people who understand the business,
correct. If they understand the business side, absolutely. And that's where I appreciated Roman. He put a lot of asses in the seats, and there was no bigger crowd reaction than when I saw him last year at SmackDown. When he came out, that place went nuts.
And he created main event Jey Uso.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He created Solo Sikoa.
Yep.
I mean, Paul Heyman kind of created Roman Reigns. Well, I mean, he had his thing, but it wasn't until he got with Paul that it took off.
Yeah. And I think it's awesome because, again, a lot of people don't realize these Samoans have been running this business since the inception. So this is the longest storyline, if you want to look at it from that standpoint, that's been running since the beginning. You had the Wild Samoans, you had Rocky Johnson, then it moves up to The Rock,
Haku,
Rikishi, what's his name, Yokozuna,
Yokozuna,
all these guys. It's been an ongoing thing. This is the family. This family has been running this business since day one.
Yep.
So
them and the other royal family of wrestling.
Yes. It's gonna come to a head, but I want to see this bloodline.
Dusty was booking from what, like the 60s, 70s on?
Yep. Crazy. It's crazy.
So
all right, so on my tangent, I told you what I wanted to tell you. I was really excited when I saw that Saudi Arabia postal code. I'm like, holy crap, they're coming. Now, this all could be just a big tease, but in terms of a long-term storytelling, I think it's time they have to reveal him now at this point. It's been too long.
Aside from Howdy, who's the first member of the family you think they introduce or reintroduce?
That I don't know. It's probably going to be Alexa Bliss.
Because she's the biggest. She's the biggest draw,
and she's been in hiding for
it was
how
either
long?
her or Braun Strowman because he's already back.
Yeah, but he has. Well, yeah, he was on TV. Yeah, it's got to be her. It's got to be her. I think Braun is going to be the one that's brainwashed in the end, like to do this brainwashing crap.
Yeah, he's gonna try to fight it. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, but I think it's got to be.
I think
Alexa.
the one picture I saw had Karrion Kross in with them.
Yeah, Karrion Kross.
Does he leave this faction that he just started though?
They'll draw him away. It's again, this is going to be a massive build. They're going to just start plucking people and brainwashing them.
I hope
it's going to be cool to watch.
As good as Bray.
If it's half as good as Bray, we'll be in for a treat. There's nobody going to be as good as that dude. So
we can only hope.
Yeah.
Corey, have you gone back and started watching any of his stuff? No.
He's shaking his head no. I'll have to send him YouTube links so he can see it of the good stuff because he's just a genius. When he started that Firefly Funhouse stuff, and
oh man, there's so much they could do with Jay. if they were to do that, because JoJo just fucking tweeted or messaged him. Like, that was the big story this past week that I saw. Just messaged him how when she saw that in France, you know, she got real emotional and she's happy it was him and all of that.
But see, that's where I'm getting the idea that's a work. Now Bray's wife is saying they chose you.
She is from the business too. Oh my God.
Got to put that thinking cap on, buddy.
Wild.
That's where I'm thinking this is going to be a work.
All right. So we covered most of Friday night.
Yep.
Because there really wasn't anything else important on Friday.
Mm-mm.
Last night, what
They
they
touched
started
on
with?
part of last night.
They started with the Sami Zayn match, right?
Yes.
Was that the first one? No, the
Sami
women's Royal or Queen of the Ring match. I think that opened.
Oh, I turned it on when it was Sammy in the ring, so I don't know. I might have missed something. I probably did.
That Queen of the Ring match, that was a long match. Both of those matches last night for the Queen and King of the Ring tournaments were lengthy matches.
Well, I think they did that because a lot of the talent's probably already on their way to Saudi to do press and media and all that stuff. So they had to fill time and doing all that stuff with promo work and things like that. You know, they got to. Nope.
So Io took the loss to Lyra Valkyria. What do you think about that?
Expect the unexpected.
Chris is in love with her. Chris is in love with Lyra. That is his girl now.
We better hope she's at Fanatics Fan Fest. Let's keep them away from the table.
Win. I expected it to be Io and Bianca again because of the past and the stories. But when it's Raw versus SmackDown, you don't really need stories.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny part, though. Like I'm saying, they're doing a lot of stuff to just keep you off your game and not expect what's going to happen.
Well, that's why I don't like this tournament style shit. Like, I know AEW does it like 3 times a year. Well, 3 different tournaments, and it doesn't.
What they should do,
you don't have to build stories for it. That's just matchmaking at that point.
But they should do it. 1 PLE. Here's your tournament. Quick matches.
Isn't that what it used to be?
Yeah. I've been saying this. I'll tell you this, Tom, blue in the face. WrestleMania 4. Watch it. I love that. That was the tournament for the World Heavyweight Championship, the WWE Championship. Randy Savage wrestled 4 times that night in the main event against Ted DiBiase. Macho Man went over, but he wrestled 4 times in one night. That was exciting stuff.
Now there's just too many stars and big names that all need to get their time. And
listen, dude, WrestleMania 4, Andre, Hogan, DiBiase, Savage, The Warrior, Rick Rude, they were all in this. The names were there. It was a tournament. It was 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever it was, but they ran it. Jake the Snake was in it. Like, come on. All the names were in that. Do it once. Try it once and see what happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
And like you say, fuck your feelings. Too bad.
Yeah, what they do now with them is they try to get as many. That's why you see so many triple threat matches, ladder matches, all of that shit, because they're trying to get as many people FaceTime as they can.
Right, but if you, instead of having these 10, 12, 13-minute matches, give these guys 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes in the ring and go. Because you're going to have guys who are going to wrestle 3 and 4 times in a tournament like that. Give them their time. You're going to see all these different matchups. It's going to be fast-paced. It's going to be moving right along. I think it'd be a great idea. And what I would love to see...
Cap them at 10 minutes.
Well, you could cap them at 10 minutes, but I think the tournament should be for a vacated WWE championship with the main event being with John Cena and Randy Orton. Give Orton a couple more title runs to tie Cena to see who breaks Flair's record.
I don't know if Cena's got another couple years in him, man. He's starting to look old.
He said he's going to have one more run. If you slap that title on Orton 2 more times, because he's a 14-time champ, give him to his 16th run, Cena and Orton for the main event for that title. I would love to see it. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but that's something I would love to see at the end of the day. Because you can't predict who's going to win that. Someone's breaking the record, but who? If it's Cena in the main event for his last run, you know Cena's going to bust that record. If you put him and Orton with the same number of titles, because Orton's got that connection with Flair with Revolution way back in the day when he first came up, or Evolution, sorry, not Revolution, Evolution, or Cena, who's been on the cusp of breaking that record for many years now. There's unpredictability. Who's going to win that?
You think Triple H wants either one of them to break it?
It's got to be broken at some point.
Evolution too.
Yeah, it's got to be broken at some point. The only other person that could technically do it, who's coming up, is Charlotte, because she's got a bunch of title runs in her.
Yeah, I think she's going to be the one that does it, and it's still going to be a Flair.
Yeah, but still, that's not the men's record. It's still going to be. I don't want to say it's tainted, because it's not. It's still a title run, but the men's record is 16. So
while we tangented, speaking of Flair, I forget what I listened to, but recently I guess he had an interview. He said he went to the doctors, had like a calcium test done on his heart and shit. It's like a 2-day stress test type of thing. And when he went to talk to the doctor, like a part of his heart was black. And the doctor told him, "You've had a heart attack within the last 2 years. Do you remember like passing out anytime?" The only time he could remember passing out was in his last match. 3 times.
Wow.
And I've yet to watch it because I heard it was horrible. But people who have watched it that I've talked to said it's like you're watching him and you can almost tell he's having a heart attack. He looks like he's having heart attacks.
Wow, that's nuts.
But so yeah, Valkyria. That's where we were.
All right.
I don't see where that makes sense. I don't know why they're pushing her so hard so fast.
I don't know either.
I don't know what the long-term planning for that is.
Well, here,
has me confused.
I'll let you get your thought process together. We're going to pay a bill real quick so you can think while we're doing this.
Today's episode is brought to you by Gustafson and Sons Towing, located at 29 Davis Road in Milanville, Pennsylvania. Gustafson and Sons Towing can handle a variety of services that you may need. Aside from 24-hour towing, they also handle winch outs, long hauls, shed moving, small or medium storage container moving, lockouts, jump starts, emergency roadside fuel delivery, and roadside emergency tire repairs. Got a junk car that you want removed? He'll buy that too and get it off your property. Go ahead and check him out over on Facebook at Gustafson and Sons Towing, on TikTok at Gustafson Sons Towing, or give him a call at 570-280-5890. If your car needs a ride but your wallet doesn't, call Gustafson and Sons Towing, 570-280-5890.
I heard your lighter click at the end of that.
Yep. Perfect. That's perfect timing.
All right, what else
so
you
like
got?
I said, I'm not a fan of the tournament style. Like in one PLE, I could probably do it. That would be fun. But this over weeks, I don't know. I try to make too much sense of it when the tournament style booking is basically you're just making matches.
I agree with Corey. What's the point of the King of the Ring? What do you get out of it? Yay, I won a tournament. You know what I mean?
Right. That's why some of these shows are hard to watch lately. It's just like
now, if they did these build-ups like they did with Austin when he won the King of the Ring, because that was the night of the infamous Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Yep.
Different. You know, when they did the Macho King, different. Even, and you and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, King Corbin. That wasn't bad either. But the rest of it is kind of like King Booker. Like I think they tried to do this King Cesaro thing. It just fell.
Right. Triple H did it well too.
Yes. Yep.
Triple H did it well.
But I think they should just dump it. Be done with it. There's no point to it.
I thought they
it's
had. It'd been what, 2 years since they've done it.
Yep.
They did the Queen of the Ring one time, and Zelina Vega won it, and that's it.
Yep. That's it.
Like they should have just let that die.
Yeah.
But for the naming of the PLE, it makes sense to name one in Dubai that.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the Queen of the Ring part.
Right. So.
But
I don't know.
So next match last night was the Sammy Gable match.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't like Chad Gable. Let me hear it.
Dude, it's a knockoff of Kurt Angle.
Did you hear the crowd last night?
Yeah,
They're
saw
falling right in line with it.
Yeah.
It was right on tune with fucking Kurt Angle's theme music.
Yep. I'm so tired of it. The ankle lock. No, I'm over it. It's so stupid.
He does put on good matches, though.
He does, but get your own gimmick. You know, that's kind of like I was borderline pissy with LA Knight because he's kind of a mashup of Stone Cold and The Rock. Stone Cold was always like, what? Yeah. And there he is. You know, Stone Cold had the vest. There it is. So, but LA Knight's a different over with the crowd. So,
yeah,
Gable, I have no use for.
I mean,
like
Perk Angle.
I like the heel.
Perk Angle. I mean, Chad Gable. He needs a looser fucking leotard or something, bro. I don't know if you saw the end of that match.
The Moscow Moose Knuckle.
Yeah, fucking more than a moose knuckle, man. How you wear something like that? How these? I can't with the fucking skin tight, man.
He's been wearing
I had
shit
to
like
check
that
to
since
see if
he was
my
a
wife
fucking
was
kid.
staring. Yeah, but bro was a little excited during that match. I'm just tell you that. It was a little fucking crazy.
Little chubba.
And made it on TV.
Word.
They black out the booby slips, but they show that front and center. What the fuck?
I'm waiting for when Big Boy turns on him. I can't remember his Otis. I'm waiting for Otis to fucking
it's coming
on him.
They started building that last night. Otis is badass. They started with that shit last night. You could tell. So I have my theory with Gable. Go ahead.
Everybody thinks he's going to join up with the Creed brothers, right?
Okay.
I don't. After what I saw last night, I think him and Braun Breaker would make a fantastic fucking tag team.
Do you do that to Braun and do a slow build, or do you make him a monster?
Well, they've already made him a monster. Every match the man's had since he's come to the main roster has been fucking 30 seconds.
That's what I'm saying. So you're going to pull him off his gimmicky thing that he's got now and put him in a tag team with that asshole? You're going to kill his momentum.
True.
You're going to kill the character. You're going to stuff him into detention, basically. Okay, you got to wait now.
Did you see the backstage chat between Gable and the Creed brothers last night? Did you see that? Did you miss that? You missed that. Yeah. That's why everyone thinks it's happening.
I've heard that for a couple weeks, though.
But he was seen backstage before he went to talk to someone else with the Creed brothers. He's like, all right, think about it. Think about it. It'll be good. It's there. It's ready. Plus, Braun Breaker and Gable are completely opposite styles. So it wouldn't match. But Braun Breaker, his immediate thing is going to be going for the Intercontinental title. So, you got Big Bronson Reed's going to win it at, this event. And then Breaker is going to get his chance to prove himself against a monster of a person.
So now, my only question is why is Sammy wrestling Gable last night? Aren't they have a triple threat on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And Gable won. I don't know.
Yep.
I still think Sammy's going to walk away with that title. It was again another good match. They put on great matches.
They did. Unexpected finish. They're going to make Gable look strong, and then Gable's going to lose. I think Sammy retains too.
I don't think Gable's going to take the pin.
No,
I think Bronson Reed does.
Yeah. Corey thinks Reed's going to win the title. I think it's too early to pull that belt off Sammy. But
he doesn't have enough momentum either.
But to give Corey a little bit of props on this one, the crowd reactions to Sami Zayn have not been what they used to be. They're kind of calmed down on him a little bit too. They're not as loud. So maybe Corey's got onto something there.
Yeah, but does Reed draw a bigger crowd reaction?
But this is what I'm saying. Like, I already gave you my prediction why I think Reed wins. Breaker's just going through everybody. He wants a test. Bronson Reed wins. It's a bigger test for him and his strength than Sami Zayn. If they want to elevate Braun Breaker.
The thing is, if you want to elevate Braun Breaker, he beats Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn sells better.
Sammy's a star. Bronson Reed is not
Sami
yet.
Zayn will make Braun Breaker look invincible.
But my thing is the strength deal, because that's how he's built on power. And then they emphasized last night for Bronson Reed, I am power. I rely on my body. That's the only reason
I think Breaker has to go through Reed.
That's possible
to
too.
Get to the title.
Could be.
I think Sammy's the better match for that because he sells so much better, and Braun Breaker's more than 23 miles an hour between the ropes and a fucking spear.
Yeah.
That fucking guy can do
God, I wish
everything.
that wasn't his finisher. I really wish that wasn't his finisher. Like, I get it.
Sammy's the guy to do that match with. To show I'm not just that.
Maybe.
But I love that he's went a little psycho last night. Love it.
Yeah, I didn't really see them pushing him as a heel so quickly.
I think a lot of that was actual personal frustration. I think he's frustrated with the way he's been getting booked. And the matches they've been putting him in. They put him against nobodies. Carmelo Hayes' first match on SmackDown's against Cody Rhodes. This dude ain't sniffed a big name yet. I think it was a lot of personal
tell Justin
frustration.
This is actually scripted. They're doing such a good job of selling it that Justin's buying it.
No, I'm not buying it.
He thinks he's really pissed off.
You're getting pissed off
He
now.
is.
No, you are.
Me? No, I'm not.
You.
No.
He's too chill for it.
No.
You think he would really, if he was really pissed off, you think he would be able to take out his frustrations like that?
Yeah.
Like, you don't think that he's like, you don't think they're telling him, go ahead, spear him through a fucking table?
I mean, I think it was planned for, the attack after the match and shit. But you don't remember Punk's notorious pipe bomb fucking promo.
No.
He was literally given a mic and said, say what you want to say.
Yeah.
And it was personal frustration with the company. And it's one of the best promos that were ever cut.
You have to go on YouTube and check that out later, Corey, because it's a really good promo. He just let it all air out.
Like what he said to Adam Pearce, you didn't put me in King of the Ring. You can't control me. He meant that. That's not scripted. That's his feelings. And that's what I'm ending that.
That's
Got it. Makes sense. I like it. Put it on a t-shirt.
So like he got to let out frustration because, dude, if I'm that dude, I've seen a lot of his matches in NXT just because I expected that fucker up like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
He was what was keeping NXT afloat for a while. And he can do fucking everything.
Yeah. He's so strong. He deserves a better finisher than he has, man. Fucking spear. Sorry.
But he does it so fucking aggressive, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's gotta hurt. And that poor referee last night. He was probably shitting himself. I need to time this at the right time. I need to step away.
Yeah, man.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I had to laugh too, Corey, when we were at High Ground on Sunday, when the one guy did the spear as his finisher. if I wasn't recording, I was going to turn around and say something to you, but I was like, I'm just going to let this go.
Oh,
I was
man.
missing the super kicks on Sunday. I didn't see any of those.
Thank God.
Were you yeeting at least every time they hit each other? I'd have been like, yeet.
No,
No.
but listen, High Ground, they got this tag team group. They've got a little stable.
Yeah!
yeah.
That's all they say.
Yeah, their name is oh God.
That's their name.
No.
The
it's,
mass
You're
Mass
making
Maulers. So it's Mass
Justin-
Mauler number 1, number 4, number 69, and they walk in, they're like, yeah, like the Bushwhackers.
If you wanted, Justin, when you're done with this, click out of StreamYard and go back. The recording is still there. You can watch what we were doing.
It's still there. It's a little choppy, but it's there. I don't think
But, yeah.
Jared's gonna send him the video because it really wasn't crisp enough because of the internet connection.
Yeah.
But you can still see it.
Yeah.
Could maybe we could look through and try to get clips out of it.
I was gonna try, but it's tough.
Yeah. It's
Even
tough,
the
but
one,
internet
even the
was horrible.
videos of me announcing the matches, like you can barely hear it.
Yep. And there's times I'm talking. It's
Yep.
So,
It goes robotic. That's why we're gonna fix our situation for future recordings. We're gonna use a different program. We won't be using the internet.
Fantastical.
It'd be all right. It'd be nice. It'd be great.
I think
So you're shocked that they're pushing Braun as the heel, Corey?
No, I'm not shocked. I'm just I didn't see it coming so quickly. Like not just being a heel, but like coming in and just disrupting everything.
I mean, it almost seems like they're trying to make him like Goldberg.
can't do it.
I don't think Goldberg was a heel when he came in though. Like he was a monster and people cheered for him because of the streak.
They're trying to just not the heel face part.
The
They're just
fake
trying to make
streak.
them unstoppable like
Yeah.
Goldberg. And and every time they try to dip into somebody like a Goldberg or like a Lesnar, it fails. There's only one Goldberg. There's only one Randy Orton. There's only one Roman Reigns. Like, don't try to duplicate someone else's persona. Look at Gable.
There's only one Kurt Angle. Yeah.
Right. See, there we go.
No, there's two. There's two. We have the second version.
Is this his
Yeah.
son? Like what the hell, man?
It's like they ordered him off Temu.
Yes.
Called him Kurt Angle.
He's the wish version of Kurt Angle. But no, I think if they were to let Braun be himself, the mix between his dad and his uncle that he could get is fucking fantastic.
Maybe that's what they're going for. If you really pay attention.
Was his dad was never this shredded, was he? I mean, his dad was always like big. Rick was big.
Yeah, but he
and
was a
strong,
beast.
but-
Yeah, he was a beast in his own right. But yeah, his
Steiner
uncle's the
brothers,
one
that
that
was a
just
tag team.
went through needles like it was fucking hotcakes, man.
When I think he still does. I think he's still wrestling.
What?
I'm pretty sure he's.
And I saw a
like in
video of him at
TNA or something.
I saw him he might be. I saw him on a video of him at a convention and he looked like hell. I couldn't believe he was still moving. The Kurt Angle too, though. Kurt Angle looked like hell last time I saw him. That dude's been
yeah,
through
high
it.
as a kite.
He's been through it. He's doing some kind of appearance. I saw him doing a reel for the other day. I was like, oh.
Yeah, a lot of these guys,
shit.
though, a lot of these guys go through the ringer.
Yeah.
Like if they could walk away from this business, literally walk away, that's a plus.
That's why it shocks me that The Rock at 53. Like, yeah, he's in great shape, but why do you want to go back and do that, man? I get it's once in a while, but Jesus Christ.
He can't
But
let
look-
our truth show him up.
So I want to talk about R-Truth. How funny was he last night? Did you see his segment
I
with The
love
Miz?
him. Yes, I love
I
him.
fucking love R-Truth.
He's so
When he was
great.
talking to Andre?
Yes. I got that giant.
Y'all say I'm the crazy one.
Yeah. And then, but listen, man, he was right. A giant had his back.
Well, it was Andre's birthday yesterday.
And Braun
I'm from-
Strowman.
That's why they're
Had his
bringing him
back.
up. So,
I mean, there's always truth to what R-Truth says.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Just like his invisible friend was going to be, not invisible friend, his friend you can't see was going to be their third partner for that
Mhm.
6-man tag.
Andre. All right, so
Oh, Jesus.
I know last week I missed this part. You guys had a question and you were talking about ring commentator or the announced commentators, right?
Right.
Your favorite ones?
Your favorite duo.
Did you come up with one for this week, Justin?
No, I was trying to think last night and I couldn't. I couldn't
All right.
think of one.
So, favorite Intercontinental Champion. I was going to do this two ways. You know what? Let's nix this one. We'll worry about this next week. Favorite wrestler never to hold a title.
That's hard, man. That's hard.
Wow.
See, I think you got to get. I think we got to do
A
these
singles
questions
title
in
or a
advance so you
title
can
in
think
general?
about it. Any title.
Any title.
Favorite wrestler to never hold a title.
Yep.
That's so hard because everyone's
one that
favorite
comes to
wrestlers
my
hold a
head-
title.
Right off the jump is Marty Jannetty.
Didn't he have the tag titles with the Rockers, though?
No, he didn't.
The
Shawn
Rockers
Michaels
never-
didn't win the tag team title until he was
That's
with
true. You're right.
not Triple H. Maybe it was Triple H. He never won the tag team titles with the Rockers.
See, mine is Jake the Snake Roberts.
He never held a title? Not one.
Nothing.
Then I'll have to go with him also because that's a shame. I could have swore he had the Intercontinental at one point.
Nothing. He fought for them, but never had it.
And then absolutely Jake the Snake. He's a Hall of Famer.
We got Corey thinking now. Wow.
I don't know anyone. I couldn't tell you.
I would have never assumed Jake didn't have one. That's why I went to Marty.
Yep. No Jake, nothing.
And I kind of went obscure too. But so I don't know if I told you in one of our podcasts or no, it was when we were golfing. I was watching, YouTube videos, came across, I don't know, something from the fucking 80s from WWF. One of the first times the Rockers were in the ring. You know what their theme music was, Corey?
You've said this before, I thought. I'm pretty sure I heard you say this. What was the
Nope.
Rockers theme music?
Yeah.
For their
The Ultimate Warrior,
first
right?
match. Yes.
Wasn't it Ultimate Warrior's music? Yeah.
Justin announces this randomly as we're going down the cart path and park at hole 7 to tee off. He just decides to randomly tell me this after spending 10 minutes looking for a fucking golf ball.
Random facts.
Listen, that's just how my mind works.
But yeah,
No,
but you're
nothing
just
wrong
like,
with that, man.
yeah, he was just so
Random
matter of fact.
WWE
Like,
info.
we're looking for this ball. Hey, do you know what the Rockers' original theme song was? What? What are you talking about?
Bro, I got like ADHD, okay?
I'm sitting here
So
wondering
you-
what club
you're
I'm going to
wrestling.
tee off with. He's like, these Rockers were the Ultimate Warriors music. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
If I'm not mistaken, I
I
hit a
just
good tee
thought of
shot for that, didn't I?
I thought of a wrestler that I really liked back in the day.
Go
And
ahead.
now I need to know if he held a title. Tatanka.
I think he had the Intercontinental title.
There's my favorite Intercontinental Champion.
I'm going to look this up. Go ahead.
But yeah, that was him.
So
I used
if
to love
feel
his
my
entrance. I thought he was cool as shit.
Favorite Intercontinental. See,
It's
can't
hard
even
not to
go
say
with
The
my.
Rock. The Rock was a badass IC champion.
See, so Shawn Michaels.
Hmm.
And that's when he started his heel turn into the Heartbreak Kid with Scary Sherry.
Scary Sherry.
He had
Never
a
have-
shot. He had a shot against Shawn Michaels and won by countout. So the title did not change hands.
Mm,
So there's your guy.
never had a title. Tatanka.
But okay, so that's not your favorite Intercontinental Champion.
Now,
So I guess
now,
yours is then The Rock, right?
Probably.
now I'm thinking of Dances
have
with
to-
Wolves. Tatanka.
Probably gonna have to go Razor Ramon.
Intercontinental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when he had that in the early 90s, it was so good. And then the match when he lost it, the ladder match with Sean, the first ladder match was fantastic.
Mine was Ultimate Warrior.
That was,
Just because
that's when
just
they went.
because-
Yeah, they turned it yellow, right?
Yep, and that's when they fought. He fought Hogan, was then a dual champion at that WrestleMania when he beat him.
Yep.
So I just love the Warrior's persona, the music, the psycho that he was.
That energy.
His energy. Yep.
I had one of those little fucking wrestle buddies. That was the Ultimate Warrior.
Yep. Those were cool, man. At least they make those still, don't they? Did they start making them again?
You can get them online.
Yeah.
Should see if they have a Cody one.
Oh,
Did you ever get that message that they
I have
sent
to-
you about the?
Yeah,
playing
I
bit?
have to order that still.
Sorry, ever since you said something, she hasn't stopped talking about it. So you did this.
I'll get it. I gotta order it.
That was your
Okay.
fault. Just so you know, your fault.
It happens.
this guy has created a Cody monster, though.
I did nothing except turn on the TV.
Yeah. The pure
Whatever.
joy on that kid's
We go
face.
to every wrestling event that
Screaming.
he's gonna possibly be at.
Yeah, I'll have to. It's gonna be expensive.
You're gonna have to come to New York with us to
Yeah.
Fan Fest.
Fanatics Fan Fest. He's going to be there that Sunday.
Cody
Is that the
Rhodes
one
is
that you
gonna
said
be
you were
there.
gonna take this?
I'm taking that. Yep. I've already got my ticket for it.
Yeah, and how much
I gotta buy one, too.
you have to talk to me later about this, but I need to know how much you're spending on this. 'Cause
Don't
I
worry
know
about
if I can afford it.
I'm not saying you have to pay
Mm.
for it.
Anyway.
It's either that or I take Lena's shirt and leave your goddamn belt there.
Well, no. He said I have to go with you guys. He
The
said I have
ticket
to
to
go
get
with
in
you guys.
$60.
Only $60.
$50 to get into the door.
Bro, that's like half my yearly salary.
$50?
Yeah.
If anybody would like to donate to the show and give Corey $50 to go to FanFest, please reach out to me or Justin. My email is aaron@ndtpodcast.com. I got you.
If anybody wants to donate for all of us to go, feel free. We can make it an outing and a business trip.
I wonder if we could get media passes for that.
Yo.
I'm calling the Javits Center this week.
I need my mommy always finishes on top. Or
She's
whatever
gonna
the
be
fuck you
there.
were
She's
give
gonna
me.
be there on Sunday
know.
too.
I know you
It's
told me
gonna
you
be
were
her
going
and
to buy me
Cody.
the shirt.
Yeah,
Monday night mommies.
Yeah, Monday Night Mommy. It's a girl's tank top that Justin's gonna wear in front of her. She's
I'll
probably
fucking
gonna
wear
tie
it right in
lap.
front of
Baby.
her. Be like, well, you saw my titty?
You would not wear that in public. You won't. You won't. You hate crowds. You hate being out with people.
I
You're not
think
gonna
he
do it in
would
front
if
of
he was.
people.
He would be on tunnel vision. It's Rhea Ripley. Oh my god, that's what would
I
happen.
don't know.
You don't think
I don't think you'll do it. I think you should, but I don't think you would. Because I would not. I would
I
not wear
would.
that shirt in public.
100% I would.
Bring your Daisy Dukes.
Let's see, I'd wear Daisy
Don't have 'em
Dukes if
anymore.
I got to meet Bailey.
Aaron, ask him about his Daisy Dukes.
Tell me about these Daisy Dukes, bro. This will be our last thing.
Why the hell did I do that for a TikTok video, right?
Yeah.
What?
I
Yep.
cut a pair of my
When
jeans into
we-
fucking Daisy Dukes.
When we first started our NDT accounts.
Good.
And then I did an entire podcast sitting in front of Corey and I'm with my feet up right in front of him.
With his fucking Daisy Dukes on.
Jesus Christ. All right, Justin. Justin,
Whitey's
what else
were
we
longer
got?
than those.
What else we
Well,
got
we
today,
already-
Justin?
We already went to the finish of Gunther J.
Yep.
So now, what are your predictions for Friday? Who do you got making it for the King and Queen of the Ring?
I'm
SmackDown.
gonna go with Randy Orton. Definitely gonna go with Randy Orton. I don't
You think
they
he
do
wins
that
it?
to Tonga. No. No, I think Gunther beats him. I just don't think they put Tonga in there with Gunther. So
I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be Tonga, and they're going to do something with Jimmy.
it's a good
Jimmy's
prediction.
going to come back and interfere somehow.
Who do you got for the women?
It better not be fucking Nia. I don't think she can do it 2 nights in a row.
It's gonna be her.
It's going to be her.
You don't think it's going to be Jay or Bianca?
Nope. Nope. And poor Valkyria is going to have to go up against Nia Jax. They brought Nia over to SmackDown for a reason. They started immediately having her attack Bayley. And now they've just made her look like she's unstoppable. I can't stand it. But that's what they did.
What'd they call her?
I think Jade cost Bianca the match.
No,
No.
absolutely not. They're going to split that up already?
I
No,
thought
not
they were
split
going to
it up,
make them
not
face each
intentionally coming down trying to help and then getting caught.
other. I don't think she would help. I don't think they're like that, like trying to do the interference thing. I don't see that being a thing with them.
No, okay. No, I don't see them splitting that up yet, but I see Bianca turning heel. And I see Queen of the Ring being a possibility to start that.
Yeah, but
Because if you listen Friday night when she was backstage and actually looking at Jade's cut,
Mhm.
and they were talking and they had that backstage thing, and she goes, "Don't worry, I got the team on my shoulders." Kind of snide.
so we're going to split it up. You just contradicted what I said.
No, that's what she said though. Like they're not going to split it up
And then-
now.
and
By
then she's-
SummerSlam, I think it'll start.
But
She
that's
had
what I mean. They're going to
also
split it up.
she had also said, "I'm ready for anybody. I can take anybody."
Yeah.
And that's
Heel
when
well.
Jade still had an opportunity to win.
And they're not gonna turn Jade heel. They're pushing her too much face right now, and I think Bianca turning heel could work
Give her
if they
another
did
title
so. And
run.
if she wins Queen of the Ring, it just starts getting to her head, and you just play it like that. Or the other way you could do it, and I said this to Chris last night as I was watching. The one thing you don't hear a lot about, you hear Bianca's dating Montez Ford. They say that multiple times. Very rarely do you hear the fact that Naomi's married to Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, the bloodline has attacked the Street Profits on multiple occasions. You could kind of use that to start a feud between those two.
It's true. They're very good at
Somewhere
keeping
down the line.
Jimmy and Naomi is separated. They're very good about that.
Oh, have they?
Sorry, I was
Did-
having
I did-
flashbacks to my first episode.
We needed Jared here to put up the interlude there for coughing.
Oh yeah, that's your coughing. That's different. That's a little bit different.
So you think they're gonna put Nia?
Yep.
Mhm.
I don't think she can go 2 nights in a row though.
Why don't,
Now,
you test,
Maybe
why
they're
don't you-
doing that to prove that she's doing better. I don't know.
Why don't you test her out and let us know?
No. But now, for a fact, Friday night's King and Queen of the Ring matches are going to be a lot shorter than the ones Monday night
If Nia's
because
match
of the back-to-back nights.
is towards the beginning of the card, you know she's going to win. How's that? She has more time to rest and recover.
An extra hour and a half.
I don't know.
That doesn't help her at all.
You never know.
All right, I'm going back to the dungeon.
then-
I'll let you two finish this one up.
Yeah,
I
we're about-
agree with Corey. Poor Lyra. Like,
Yeah, she's going to get squashed.
to get stuck on a PLE with Nia, who sells nothing.
Right. Make her that monster.
I don't fucking know. That doesn't make sense. But
It-
this whole King and Queen of the Ring tournament shit doesn't make sense to me. I think they blew the 2 biggest opportunities that they had
Yeah.
for King and Queen of the Ring. Stratton and Uso.
Want to make it unpredictable, buddy.
But
Telling
I
you,
mean,
Uso's plan is for something bigger. So,
I can't wait to see Uncle Howdy. That's at what? 1 Saturday, right?
yeah, I'll be in
a
Cooperstown.
weird
I'll have to
fucking time.
watch later. So,
No, so put all the match results in group chat. Got it.
I will mute that chat so fast. I'm not answering my phone. So, all right. So we figure we wrap this up for now, and we'll catch another episode next Wednesday after this PLE and stuff. What else do you got?
we got a
Anything
lot
else
to go
before-
over next week.
And next week's going to be a biggie. We'll be live.
Hey, before we head out, you want to plug that next High Ground show? I'm not sure on the time.
Oh yeah, so this is going to be Saturday, June 1st. High Ground Pro Wrestling. We're going to be at the Falcons Nest in Mayfield, PA. Doors open at 6, starts at 7. This is a fundraiser. One of the people, their family members, has breast cancer, so it's a fundraiser to help with medical expenses, travel costs, things like that. We'll actually put up a reel about this with all the information you need. But yeah, don't forget, we're going to be out there at High Ground Pro, the Falcons Nest for the High Ground Pro Wrestling event. We were going to be doing a live recording. Corey and I will be there. You're off that night. You're working that night, correct?
I work that night, yes.
Yeah. So they did ask Corey and I to come up, and Corey's going to do some stuff. I'm just going to do a recording. I don't even know if I'm going to go live because we probably have some connectivity issues up there, but we will record some stuff for you guys to see. Maybe it'll just be a bunch of reels. I'm not sure. But so yeah, that's going to be Saturday, June 1st.
Yeah, even last year I remember I wanted to try to make a couple of them because my boss is into it. He lives right down the road. We were trying to get to a couple, and they always seem to be on Saturdays that we work.
Yeah.
So,
bunch of good dudes down there, man. Talk about a hometown family crowd, family fun environment. You know, they played their characters well, but as soon as the bell rang, they were normal people, good people. Talked with us, talked to Corey and I most of the day. Really receptive to the idea that we were there trying to help out and push their brand. So if you guys haven't checked them out, High Ground Pro Wrestling, go check them out on Facebook. Bunch of good dudes, are up and coming wrestlers, you know, to try to promote that business a little bit, but good people, very friendly, good to us. So let's help them out as much as we can.
plus it's for a great cause because fuck cancer.
100%. I will, I apologize because I wasn't prepared. I had all the information. I'm obviously not at my house. I have all this stuff written down next to me on my notepad. I still have my pen, but I'm coming to you from a black site, an undisclosed location. But Alpha's still with me. My dude travels everywhere I go. So
I love that.
that's my guy.
Love that.
It's my travel buddy. So, all right, man.
Well,
Well,
on that note, man, we'll be talking throughout the week about the goings-ons.
no doubt.
But
No doubt.
Wednesday, jam-packed with a lot of shit. Make sure you're there, 7 o'clock.
Sounds good to me.
Right? That's the time we've landed on, 7 o'clock. Seems to be the time for everything.
Yeah. So we'll figure
But-
that stuff out.
Thanks for checking it out.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Till next time. Later.
Later.
All right, y'all. It's the Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast.